Hey everyone, we're going to talk about which armor you should pick up with the gear voucher that we got for the 1.5 million pre-registers for Ever Crisis. We're also going to be talking about just which costumes in general you should use or even go for, because eventually we may get more gear vouchers in the future. So we're just going to cover all of the armors that we currently have in the game right now. Alright, starting us off is Cloud's Battle Fiend Garb. Okay, so it gives boost HP 8, physical defense 8, comparison to his ex-soldier first class, physical defense 4, boost critical potency 4. You're going to see this a lot in a lot of the other ones. All of the base skins are going to give about a +4 to their certain things, and then the ones from the tickets are going to give a +8. Okay, unless you really like the Battle Fiend Garb, or you really want him to make him a tank, and you also never plan on pulling Murasama, I would skip these for now. I would skip these for Cloud. I would skip this one for Cloud, and I would just focus on the Murasama. Like, if you're going to pull it, I would recommend pulling the weapon, because this Levin Blade gives 35% lightning damage, additional lightning damage, and then boost physical attack 5. It's just, this skin is drastically better than these other two, and it makes Cloud a tank. This is an easy skip for me, personally, unless you really like how Cloud looks here. Barrett's Fiery Cape, though, on the other hand, this thing looks fantastic. Like, it's really nice. It's really, really nice. Boost HP 8, physical defense 8, helps him be a little bit tankier over his Avalanche Leader base outfit. But, my goodness, that's scrap armor. If I were to actually have to pick between Cloud's armor and Barrett's armor, if I knew I was going to use Barrett a lot, this scrap armor, the physical attack 10 and the boost attack 10, this scrap armor is fantastic. I wish Clouds had these stats, personally, because then I could use it with literally everything until he gets power crept in the future. So, unless you really like how Fiery Cape looks, and if you're going for scrap armor, I personally think that there are better options for your gear voucher. Metal Foot for Tifa now. This is where you start to get into the territory of this is worth using your gear voucher on. Okay? The reason why, so you still have your 7th Heaven with the 4 physical defense, 4, again, what I said earlier, the 4 and 4. It's this boost attack. Boost attack is very good. Boost attack increases both your physical and your magical, and it goes up depending on how many points you have. The more points you have into that stat, the more that you're going to start to increase your physical and your magical attack. For every other ones that are using these gear vouchers, this is probably the #1 stat, along with one other one you're going to see in Aerith's, of which I would recommend to use your gear voucher on. And with Aerith, her Rosy Battlesuit, this is the other stat that I'm talking about, is the boost heal. Okay, so with boost heal, Aerith is my healer for my team through and through. That is what she's there to do. She'll do extra damage here and there, but comparatively to the magic defense, again, better over here. But the boost critical potency, I'm not really going to care too much about boost critical potency on my healer when I can have my healer heal better. Okay, I also really like how it looks. This is what personally I used my gear voucher ticket on, so you can take that into consideration here and there. If you plan on using Aerith, and this is a pretty easy slam dunk pick in my opinion. So yeah. Red 13's rubber harness now. If you showed me this in the closed beta, I would have said thank you. As the weapons that I got for Red 13, one was a healing ability. So Red 13 was one of my healers in the game, and comparatively to his Hojo Specimen with just magic defense and critical potency, I will take that extra heal, because just that extra amount of HP could be the thing that keeps you between life and death in a fight. I think the rubber harness also looks pretty cool, but yeah, if you plan on running Red 13 as a damage dealer, then I would skip the rubber harness personally, as it's not really going to drastically increase his damage. Technically, the boost critical potency of the Hojo Specimen is going to help your damage more, so take that into consideration based on what you want to build. Zack's Valiant Suit was what I used for my second gear voucher ticket from that $1 deal that they had, where you $1 and you get an extra gear voucher ticket. I used it because, compared to, again, physical defense, better over in the Valiant Suit. Boost attack. It's what we were talking about, again, with Tifa's side of things, where boost attack is just a very good stat. Doesn't matter what my Zack is going to do in the future now, his attack and his magic attack is going to be better than the Soldier's second class future hero skin. Okay, now we're getting into the territory of the new first soldier characters, starting off with our brilliant hero, brilliant leader, Glenn. Okay, with Glenn, number one, his voucher ticket armor as A tier, S tier, S plus tier name, Cake Breaker. Amazing. Okay. Boost attack, again, boost attack. I love me some boost attack. Okay. Boost magic defense. Comparatively to his unprecedented PO soldier one, infinitely better. Cake Breaker. So, with all of the first soldier guys, though, they get a free one. They get a free purple skin, each single one of them. His Doom Dodger, good for tanking. If you plan on using Glenn, the Cake Breaker is actually a pretty good pick with the boost attack. But if you do not want, then the Doom Dodger compared to his original skin is going to be an upgrade overall. So I would say pick it if you really like the character. Otherwise, pick it for someone else. Matt now. Number one, elite uniform, dapper as can be. Number two, you have choices with Matt. I would say personally that Matt is the most flexible and best first soldier character that we have right now. His elite uniform boosts the healing properties. Forget about his base one. The intellectual PO soldier, you're never going to use that one. The professor one that we get for free, though, look at that. It's got that boost attack on it. So, are you going to be running Matt as a healer, or are you going to be running him more as a DPS? If you're going to run him as a DPS, just stick with this professor costume, and then don't even worry about the elite uniform unless you love how the elite uniform works, or you're using his prime weapon, his prime number weapon, which is basically the same as the fairy weapon for Aerith, which gives the Kiraga effect. So pick and choose based on what strategy that you want, or just go for Flare, because look at him, he looks amazing. And last but not least is Lucia with her black stealth. Okay, it's got a nice physical attack up +8, magic defense 8. Again, every one of these skins is almost always better than their base skin. But you look over to the Marks Queen, and you have boost attack +8, physical defense +8. Boost attack is better than physical attack, unless you're just you don't have enough boost attack to get to the next tier. Still though, like being able to stack that, increase both your physical and your magic attack. Unless you really like the black hoodie and everything, I would stick with the Marks Queen. It's just the boost attack is a stat that you're going to be happy that you have in the future. Well, hopefully that answers some of your thoughts on what you were having with the gear voucher, on who to pick, which one's going to be the best. In my opinion, those are the ones that you want to focus on. Stuff like Tifa's, Red 13's if you want to heal, Glenn's if you want to do damage, Matt's if you want to heal, Aerith's is just best in slot right now, Zack's if you want to do damage. Those are the main ones that I would focus on. Again, pick what you want. And then if you're here for costumes, you're here for outfits, trust me, I get it. I really do get it. But if you found this guide helpful at all, I'm going to be streaming some Ever Crisis right now as this is coming out. So twitch.tv/LongTimeTwitch down in the description down below. And subscribe if you want to see more Ever Crisis videos. I'm going to try and put out at least one a day right now. I'm going to try and keep pushing these out. And I'm enjoying Ever Crisis so far. Hopefully you guys are too. Let me know down in the description, down in the comments below what you're feeling about the game. Okay? I'll see you guys in Midgar. Bye, everyone.